Let's go through the main classes and concepts of the Python Telegram module. Also, please pay attention to the link resource URL to this video. It contains a lot of examples of the Python Telegram bot module usage. Updater is the core class of Python Telegram bot module. Updater employs the dispatcher and provides frontend to Telegram bot to the programmer, so they can focus on coding the bot. Its purpose is to receive the updates from Telegram and to deliver them to said dispatcher. Dispatcher class dispatches all kinds of updates to its registered handlers. The dispatcher supports handlers for different kinds of data, updates from Telegram, basic text commands, and even arbitrary types. The updater can be started as polling service or for production using webhook to receive updates. As you can see on the slide, first of all we have passed the bot token given by the bot father. Second parameter is useContext. It means that dispatcher will create single context for entire update. As a result, callback context object will be available with update object in the handler as shown on the second code snippet. Also created updater class automatically generates the dispatcher object available through dispatcher property. Finally, we added the command handler through the dispatcher. Callback context contains a very useful property which names user data. It's a dictionary that can be used to keep any data in. For each update for the same user, it will be the same dictionary. For example, in the handler, we can save some needed data to the context, as shown on the second code snippet. Also, let's check the handler classes. Command handler class handles Telegram commands. Commands are Telegram messages that start with slash. For example, start command, which was described previously. The message handler class handles Telegram messages. They might contain text, media, or status updates. In order to define what particular message should be handled, the filters class is used. For example, hello handler will handle only messages with hello text. Also, there is conversation handler, which used to hold a conversation through Telegram updates by managing 4 collections of other handlers. The first collection, list named entry points, is used to initiate the conversation. It can be any handler, for example, some command or message. The second collection, dictionary named states. It contains the different conversation steps and one or more associated handlers for current state. Here you can also define a state for timeout to define the behavior when conversation timeout is exceeded, and state for waiting to define behavior when new update is received while the previous handler is not finished. The third collection, list named fallbacks, is used if user is currently in conversation but the state has no associated handler. You could use this for cancel command or let the user know that his message was not recognized. To change the state of conversation, the callback function of handler must return the new state after responding to the user. If it doesn't return anything, the state won't change. If entry point callback function returns none, the conversation ends immediately after execution of this callback function. To end the conversation, the callback function must return end or -1. On the slide you can see the example of conversation handler which we are going to implement during the course. Telegram incoming updates are represented by update class. Let's go through the most used attributes. Update ID. It's update's unique identifier. Message. New incoming message of any kind. Text, photo, sticker, etc. Edited message. New version of message that is known to the bot and was edited. Callback query. New incoming callback query. Mostly it's used when you build some dynamic inline keyboard. As it was mentioned, from the update object we can easily retrieve message object, which represents the message from the user itself. So it contains message ID, unique message identifier inside this chat, text, the actual text of the message, forward from for forwarded messages, it's a sender of the original message, reply to message, function which is used for replies to the original message, and from user represents the sender and returns the user object, which contains a lot of useful information. For example, ID its unique identifier for this user, isBot flag which is true if user is a bot, and first name, last name, and username. Finally, let's talk about keyboards. Reply keyboard markup represents custom keyboard with reply options. The most important property of it is the keyboard, which holds array of button rows, each represented by array of keyboard button objects. The keyboard button class represents one button of the reply keyboard. It contains the text property, which means the text of the button. It will be sent to the bot as a message when the button is pressed. The example is shown on the slide. We will develop a similar keyboard for our bot.